Exhibition by Douglas R. Ewart. Shaker, 14.5 inches by 2.5 inches. A cylindrical object is propped up on top of a pedestal by two plastic pieces on either end. The object is multicolored. Rolling pin, 18 inches by 2.5 inches. A rolling pin is held in place on top of a pedestal by plastic pieces on either end. The rolling pin is black with colors and shapes on top of the black. Painting, red, green, gold, 10 inches by 8 inches. A painting hangs on the wall. The background is red. Gold and green are painted on top. Jean Anne, painting, 7 inches by 5 inches. The canvas hangs on the front of a pedestal. It has a purple background with red, white, and yellow on top. Bull, painting, 6 inches by 4 inches. A small red and black painting hangs on the wall. Faces, drawing, 33 inches by 27 inches. There are 12 bold abstract faces with many smaller faces behind them. The drawing is in a black frame. Triangle, drawing, 33 inches by 27 inches. An abstract, brightly colored drawing hangs on the wall. It has a greenish-blue border around it. The drawing is full of lines and shapes in black, orange, pink, blue, and green. Green piece, collage, 21 inches by 24 inches. A collage of green bits of paper is framed and hung on the wall. Spirit within, abstract, canvas, black, 16 inches by 20 inches. A black canvas with many different textures hangs on the wall. Water, collage, 16 inches by 19.75 inches. A collage of blue pieces of paper are in a white frame. Von ski, 79 inches by 6 inches by 10 inches. A ski propped up against the wall. It has wood beads on orange cord dangling from it. There are an assortment of objects extending from it, including egg beaters and a cheese grater. Top end, didgeridoo, 61 inches by 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Long wood cylinder is suspended from the ceiling. It has red, black, and yellow bands wrapped around it. There are a variety of shapes wood burned on the surface. Rodessa, 61 inches by 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Rain stick. A tall cylindrical shape leans against the wall. It's painted with a variety of bright colors. The bottom is held in place by a brake drum. Manalafo, 83.5 inches by 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches Trayvon Martin rain stick. It is connected to the piece George Floyd Bunt staff by a curvy steel sculpture. It is a tall pole with photos of many people, including Trayvon Martin, Emmett Till, Barack Obama, and more. In between the photos are cut up and collaged Arizona iced tea cans. Flute, 41.5 inches by 2.375 inches by 2.125 inches. A long wood cylinder is suspended from the ceiling. It has red, black, and orange bands wrapped around it. There are a variety of shapes wood burned on the surface. Crutch, 59 inches by 8 inches by 3 inches. A wooden crutch is hung on the wall. It has red pieces going across it and silver balls at the bottom. There is a piece of plastic cut in a wavy shape mounted on the front of the crutch. Fabric paint on velvet, 56 inches by 54.5 inches. A large piece of black fabric is suspended from a wood dowel. There are splatters of red, yellow, and blue on the bottom and more orderly dabs of paint on the top. George Floyd Bunt staff, cherry wood, bunt pans, casted and tin, nylon cords, beads, pyrographics, leather, acrylic paint, and gemstones. A long pole with red, black, and multicolor string wrapped around it. A section of the pole is wood burned. There are bunt pans on the staff. It is connected to the piece Manalafo by a curvy steel sculpture. Stanley Stan Phillips, oil paint, steel nuts, bolts and washers, rubber, ore, hubcap, aluminum pot cover. A large pole held in place by a brake drum. The pole is yellow, black, red, and green. The pole has hubcaps and pot lids affixed to it. John Shinoy Jackson. John S. Jackson, mask, plastic tray, glass, cowrie shells, paint, marbles, epoxy. An oval tray is hung on the wall. It has marbles, beads, shells, and mirror embedded in epoxy on the surface. Fire form. Small painting on canvas. A rectangular piece of wood hangs on the wall. It has line and shapes wood burned on the surface. There are dots of blue, orange, and yellow. Sura. Hubcaps, lawned ore, oil paint, steel nuts, bolts, washers, rubber, and leather. A paddle leans against the wall. It is painted blue, red, green, and yellow. It has hubcaps on the top. It is held in place by a brake drum. Blue and boogie. Mask, plaster on fabric, acrylic, paint. A pink, blue, and black mask with holes for the mouth, eyes, and nose hangs on the wall. Barnyard boogie. Mask, food grill, beads, electrical wire and components, leather, nylon cord. A mask hangs on the wall. It has a variety of shapes, colors, and materials woven into it. Shield, hubcap, horsehair, electrical wire, oil paint, beads, nylon cord. There's a round shape mounted on the wall. It is painted and has horsehair hanging down from it.